Have you ever stopped to think that this colorful, jiggly dessert actually has a history that goes way beyond supermarket shelves? Gelatin, as we know it today, feels modern, but its origins are surprisingly ancient and, honestly, a little shocking. It all starts back in medieval Europe, long before artificial flavors and bright colors even existed. Back then, gelatin wasn't sweet, and it definitely wasn't dessert. It was made by boiling animal bones, skin, and cartilage. Yes, really. This process released collagen, which, once cooled, created that firm, wobbly texture. It was basically a kind of gelled broth, mostly prepared by chefs working for the nobility. That's right, gelatin was once a luxury food. And it makes sense because the process was extremely slow and labor-intensive. It could take hours, sometimes even days, to extract collagen from bones. So only wealthy families could afford to serve it. Over time, this technique evolved, especially in France, where chefs began turning gelatin into more refined dishes, like aspic savory creations with meat and vegetables suspended inside. But the real turning point in gelatin's story came centuries later. In 1682, a French scientist named Denis Papin developed a more efficient way to extract gelatin from bones. He created an early version of the pressure cooker, speeding up the entire process. Even then, gelatin was still far from being popular. It wasn't until the 19th century that something truly revolutionary happened. In 1845, an American inventor named Peter Cooper patented a powdered form of gelatin. For the first time, it could be prepared in a much simpler way. But here's the twist: he never turned it into a successful business. Years later, in 1897, a carpenter named Pearl Bixby Waite, along with his wife, decided to take things in a completely new direction. They added sugar and artificial flavors to the powdered gelatin, creating something entirely different. That's when the first version of the dessert we know today was born. But success didn't come right away. Struggling to sell the product, the couple ended up selling the formula for just $450 to a businessman named orator Francis Woodward. And that's when everything changed. Woodward invested heavily in marketing something very innovative at the time. He gave out free samples, created recipe ideas, and turned gelatin into a must-have product. And the name? Jell-O. Very quickly, the brand Jell-O became a huge success in the United States, especially in the early 20th century. From there, gelatin spread across the world. It became a symbol of convenience, modern living, and even creativity in the kitchen. In the 1950s, for example, it was common to see elaborate gelatin dishes including savory versions with vegetables and meat. Yes, things got pretty weird. Now here are some fun facts that might completely change the way you see gelatin. Backhand index pointing right. Even today, gelatin is still made from animal collagen, usually from cows and pigs. Backhand index pointing right. There's a plant-based alternative called agar-agar, widely used in Asian countries, made from seaweed. Backhand index pointing right. Gelatin has even been used in hospitals as a light, easy-to-digest food. Backhand index pointing right. And one of the most surprising facts: it was once considered a symbol of social status. Imagine serving a dish made from boiled bones, and that being a sign of wealth. Today, gelatin is everywhere, from simple desserts to more sophisticated recipes. But behind its playful appearance lies a story filled with science, persistence, and a bit of luck. From animal leftovers in medieval Europe to one of the most popular desserts in the world, gelatin proves that even the simplest things can have the most unexpected origins. So now tell me, will you ever look at gelatin the same way again? If you enjoy surprising stories like this, make sure to follow and turn on notifications, because the next food might have an even crazier origin. Eyes, what do you want to see next?